Bitches reporting me, tell me get a job in the house. Hire me. Let's do this shit. Crazy murder. Hey, fire, fire. Who's hot? Hoes coming in, I got hoes coming in, ain't no hoes coming in, bitch my balls coming in. I really wasn't supposed to be no rapper or a trap artist. I'm pretty sure everybody thought I was gonna be a doctor or put down I was gonna be a pastor in my high school yearbook. And I don't really remember though because it was around the same time I started smoking weed. I've been performing for 4 years. Yeah, 4 years. My first performance was at the Hippodrome in Richmond, Virginia, and I actually got on stage with my friend Scuba, and they gave us a bunch of drinks and a cool little table to sit at, and it was great. But they called me Boobie Holiday when I got on stage, and I was kind of upset about that. But we did 2 songs, killed it, and it was a great time. And I remember just wanted to feel like that forever.
The way that I met Boobie Holiday was like 2 different ways probably. It wasn't really one specific thing because we met at a show. It was one of his shows that he was doing in Brooklyn at, I think, the Living Gallery, something like that. I don't remember, but we were at the show together. Well, I was with my friends, he was with his friends, and my friends just abandoned me and I was standing in the middle of the dance floor all by myself. Didn't know what to do, who to talk to, was just standing there, literally. And then he walked up behind me and I noticed him, but I didn't know who he was and just, thought he looked cool. And the next day he asked my friend who I was. He was like, who is that person? I have to know who that was. Got me information, and that's the real way that we met. And then weirdly enough, 2 weeks later, he sends me this picture from that night, and someone somehow snapped a photograph of us standing in the middle of this room with the lights just shining on us. It was really weird. So I guess my final answer is that I met Boobie Holiday at a show.
Who are my fans? My fans are predominantly younger. There's an immaturity to the sound I have, I guess, and the type of sound that I make attracts a younger audience, and kind of an unruly one, and kids who just like to party, kids who like to smoke, kids who don't like to be bothered, kids who like to have a good time, girls who like to have a good time, guys who, going through trap woes, people that understand what I'm talking about. But usually my fans are just anybody who understands good music and understands somebody who's putting their actual heart into something. Those are usually the people I attract, the people who are listening, not the people who want to, just go on. They want to feel something. Christmas show, out the scope, time to make us horrible. Fuck the blood, paranoia, play the coke. Watch that boy like Calio. Said bitch, give me Hollywood. I'm all out of clearly pop.
So the attraction for trap music, for me, is that I grew up very much on a rock background, listening to a lot of punk, metal. I wasn't actually introduced to rap for probably the first half of my life. And when I started hearing trap music and I was going out to shows and just seeing artists performing, I was noticing that mosh pits were happening at trap shows as opposed to metal shows and punk shows. And it was a good way for me to get into rap, so I felt like a lot of elements from music that I had liked when I was a younger child was being represented in that music.
I think that rap music appeals to me and attracted me because of the visual aspect of things. I think I fell in love with the videos before I fell in love with the music itself, and I wanted to be able to, put music and visuals together and tell that perfect story, sort of, short film style. And rappers, they get these big budgets from these labels and they put together these exquisite videos. One of the first videos I saw was, the Hypnotized video with Biggie and Puff Daddy, and they're on boats. They're doing super villain shit, and it was just like, how do these guys put this together? All these girls, all this gold, all this fancy, flashy cinematography, and that's how I got into it.
Bitch, I'm about to get it. Okay. Bring your twin. Bring your twin. Okay. Tell it dope again. I'ma get a quote again. Quaps gon' win for 4 again. They ain't seen it low again. I might have to blow again. Fuck my girl.
I met Boobie at one of my shows in New York because he was asking me how to get to Connecticut, and I just like told Boobie how to get to Connecticut, and then we smoked a blunt.
Me and Christ Dillinger's relationship is of just two friends that want to push each other to just be the best versions of themselves. He's a Virgo and I'm a Pisces, so a lot of the things, my ideas, they sit in my head. And a Virgo, they don't let anything sit in their head. They're either getting right to it or they're working on a way to do that. And he basically, he basically helps push me as far as like just embodying the art per se, and really just believing in myself as an artist. And at the time, I didn't realize that I needed that, but I did need that. And so we both believe each other in a way that it's easy to make music and it's easy to rock shows and come up with these videos. Like we do everything we do, it gets done in 30 minutes or less because it's natural. And like, I don't know. That's why I said I don't really like rappers, because I haven't really met a rapper like that before. Like, it's him and Pet Zebra from Pittsburgh. Like, those are the two rappers that I, believe in, because they're the most real at the end of the day.
Give me O's, they say give me those. Give me O's, she give me dome. Give me time alone, give her Uber home. Give me all, this could get you off. Just don't get me wrong, bitch, I'm gone. Fuck you to my song, fuck you to my song. What you want? Don't chase on the blunt unless you rollin' skull. Afro punk with some vegan sluts. I watch them eat it up. Pussy holiday, she stay wide awake. I find it right away.
My favorite rap artist is probably Fat Man Key from Atlanta, and then also tied with Gucci Mane. But both of them have influenced me in like the way I carry myself and the way I tell my story through my music. They're very emotional, open, storytelling type artists. So I wanted, to be able to paint that picture for people the way they painted the picture for me.
You ain't never been a dog. Cowards don't believe in God. Shooters don't believe in odds. I got homes coming. Ain't no pearl coming. This my pearl coming. Fucking like a muscle. Pussy in my DNC. Whistle anyone. He don't know my little bro. He don't want no break. Don't see no face. Just eat the ass. But you don't let anywhere. Y'all gonna pop a molly clip.
I feel like trap music appeals to me because it really like makes you feel powerful, and it makes you have like this I don't know, like you can relate to a lot of stuff that they're talking about, and not every trap artist is the same. Like there's a lot of like different styles and subgenres that like appeal to different sorts of people. So rap is a style of music that involves the artist who is rapping or like basically spitting poetry over an accompaniment, which is usually called a beat or instrumental. And trap is like kind of a subgenre of rap where like it originated out of like a lot of communities like in the South and like in the East Coast that kind of describe like hard lives and like resorting to like drug dealing to really make a living and like provide for their families. And it eventually just kind of evolved and transformed into like subgenres of itself. Yeah.
Rap is more like an umbrella term. Like rap can really be applied to like any type of music where it's made in the way rap is made, where a beat is made and people rap on it. And trap is much more like specific, because with rap, you know, you have boom bap and you have G-funk and you have all these, you know, there's rap R&B and cloud rap, all these different movements. And trap has almost become its own umbrella term at this point, but I feel like as a genre, it's more specific than just rap. Like a lot of trap music lyrically, it's like very focused on things like from the trap. Like, you know, people are talking about like their struggle usually growing up, like things they've been through. And on top of that too, like the beats are very specific. Like if you go back to like beginning of rap, people weren't making trap beats until like the Memphis scene happened, and you had people like 3 6 Mafia and groups like that start creating like this new style of beat, which has now become like the mainstream beat you'll hear on a Migos song or a Yachty song coming out of Atlanta or Miami or wherever. So trap, even though that is like trap has become the mainstream genre within rap. Like it is the most dominant, prevalent form of rap. But rap, you know, like someone like Biggie, I wouldn't call trap. Just because even though he talks about a lot of things like the struggle, he's not in like the same instrumental lane, and just like the flows and all that are a bit different as like the style. Whereas someone like Gucci Mane, who might be talking about the same topics as Biggie here and there, definitely trap, just like based off of the music that goes with it too.
Trap music. Trap music to me came from Atlanta and New Orleans, and it was a way that dudes who felt trapped on the neighborhood, you know, whether it be selling or scamming, looting or shooting, they had an outlet to tell their story. And it was a lot different than what was going on up north and up east in New York, you know. Guys were still making money, guys were still trapping, but the trap music that came from the South was angry, aggressive, with, you know, heavy beats and just southern tales of triumph, and it really gravitated towards me. And I guess that might be the southern influences in my life, you know, my family, but I think that it differs from rap in the way that there's really no rules to it. It's what you make of it. What's going on through my mind when I'm on the stage? Well, first and foremost, before I even like pick up the microphone, I'm looking at what I can climb on and what I can get away with. I'm looking at, okay, who's pretty enough to stick my tongue out at? Who can I throw water on and won't beat me up? And basically I'm just remembering my lyrics, but most of the time it's kind of automatic. I know a lot of rappers don't like to perform with their vocal tracks, but one of my favorite rappers, like I said earlier, Key, he said that it's okay to perform your vocal tracks because nobody knows your songs anyway, and I felt that on a spiritual level. So basically I'm just thinking about the crowd and how they're reacting and how I can get them to react, how I can get them involved, what I can get them to yell back at me, how I can get them to disperse, move around, and just, you know, don't fall. I do a lot of moshing at my shows, and like the rule number one, you can't fall. People are spilling beer everywhere, you know, water, alcohol, and you can't slip. That's your ass.
He don't know my little problem. He don't want no break. Don't see no fat. Just eat the ass. But you don't let anywhere. Y'all can pop a molly clip. I can't put no job on Tuesday. I got too much body there. Calio. 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 Calio.
What am I looking to achieve as an artist? Total world domination. I want little kids dressing like me, cutting their hair like me, doing the smell you later to their parents. I want the whole world playing my album like they played the U2 album when iTunes sent it to everyone's phone. I want to travel the world. I want to make movies. I want to have exquisite rocket ship rides because I know NASA's working on private shuttling to the moon. And I just want to be happy and make music forever, perform forever.
Boobie Holiday is the best rapper out there and he needs to get signed.
He has a star quality. I still haven't figured out what it is, but it's like this magnetic aura he has where people are just naturally drawn to him. And it doesn't matter what arena he's in or what group of people he's with, people always are attracted to him, no matter where we go.
My goal is to bring Boobie's talent and his message to everybody. He has the power to impact people, and he has the power to inspire people. And we just have to get over that hump where we can take that message and show it to millions. That's the goal.
Where do I see myself 5 years from now? In a condo, explaining to my wife why Zendaya won't stop calling me. And hopefully somewhere in Beverly Hills, maybe, you know, getting ready to film my first full-length feature film, waiting on a call from the Grammys, just having my own studio, having my own income label, and just thriving and, you know, having my friends and my family out in LA with me too, and just living our best lives. Like that song, living our best lives. There's 3 things on this earth that I love: my family, my friends, and my music. Everything else is what it is.
I can't put no trouble Tuesday. I fuck too much out of shit. Smoking like a valley ho. She ain't dope like Cali ho. Cover me on your throat. Leo really rock the boat. God should've made me a dyke. I felt this way my whole damn life. Cause niggas and me nothing alike. This shit kinda made me tight. Side piece, got my side piece tight. She want me all alone, so she bite. Strap on the nightstand, aight. Tina, I'ma turn up for life. Queen, if she nasty, I might. Eat out on my ice. Grand Street on my ice. Bring the miles to the molly, any shots out the body. Girls wanna party at night. Boys bring their homies to fight. Pussy, you can follow the light. Taking everything in sight. God should've made me a dyke. Lock me on up his whole damn life. She shaking everything for some wife. I begged every day she a wife. I hate everything and that's fine. I be lying, I said one more line. I be trying, baby, one more time. Stop looking, you don't like what you find. Some shit, wish I would've rewind. They pay the price when you one of a kind. Alright, she gon' zero his size. Low life when you look in my eyes. Low end, call my cousin inside. No end when I want this mine. God should've made me a dyke. Tina, I'ma turn up for life.